What's up guys, this is MugenLord here, and today I just want to give you my thoughts on the new reveal or gameplay trailer or gameplay demonstration to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that Aonuma has showed off just yesterday. I believe it was at PAX. So I want to give you my thoughts on it and what I thought about it. So before we dive into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So we're going to dive into it. Now, for those of you guys who've been following me for some time on this channel, you guys already know that I've pretty much made a series of videos talking about The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And you know, my overall thoughts is that I'm not really hyped for it. I'm not really super excited for the game. Now, I'm not saying that the game sucks. I'm not saying that I'm not going to get the game. But when it comes to Zelda games, I've always been excited for them. I've always been anticipating for these type of games. But for some strange reason, you know, Breath of the Wild just haven't done it for me. And I gave you my thoughts on that, and I received a lot of backlash. I didn't know that the Legend of Zelda community is very, very passionate. The way I've just been getting criticized for, you know, having these opinions about it when it came to Breath of the Wild, because in my personal opinion, I don't think Breath of the Wild is a masterpiece that everybody claims that it is. And I gave you my thoughts in, you know, previous videos to why I feel that way. And I was hoping that with Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, some of the issues that I have, I was hoping that it would clear some of those things up, or at least, you know, improve upon some things that can pretty much change my mind. And as far as I'm concerned, I have nothing against anybody who pretty much love Breath of the Wild. I mean, because if that's your favorite Legend of Zelda game and you enjoy the game, that's perfectly fine. But I find it kind of meh. So stepping into this, you know, I was hoping that maybe, you know, we start to finally see what they have for this game, because they've been quite secretive. Like, many people saying, hey, we've been seeing like little trailers, little snippets here and there, but why aren't they showing anything, you know, that this game has to offer? Because like I said, I'm waiting to be convinced. I'm waiting for that moment in a trailer to say, you know what, I don't need to see no more. I've seen enough. Let's do this. I need to get this game. And for the past couple of trailers, they have not shown me anything to really get me riled up and just say, hey, come on, let's play. I can't wait to play this game. So now many people were saying like, yo, the game is coming out in a couple of months. I believe it's coming out in May, you know, and many people are saying like, we still don't know much about this game. We don't know much about story. We don't know how this game is going to play. How is the sky mechanics going to work? We haven't seen anything. So then we finally get this out of nowhere announcement that there's going to be some gameplay showing off, and Aonuma is going to show some gameplay. So he showed off a 10-minute demonstration of the game to show how the game play. And in my personal opinion, I think this was the corniest or the most boring demonstration they can possibly show for a Legend of Zelda game. You know, I mean, I think demonstrations, depending on how it's executed and how it's presented, they can pretty much work, but this was pretty much boring. I mean, they just showed off the possibilities that you can do, and that's, I think, where they really wanted to focus on, of the new additions that they are presenting here with this follow-up to Breath of the Wild. Because my main concern is, with a sequel to Breath of the Wild, is that, are we going to get pretty much the same experience, but a little bit of just, you know, additional bells and whistles to the game? Because we're revisiting the same world of Hyrule. We visited this world before, so how much more different can they make the game actually feel? How can the experience be much different or much more improved, you know, revisiting a world that we have played in the previous game? So it seemed like with this demonstration, they wanted to show a little bit of what you can expect as far as creativity, because in this game they wanted to focus on this time around, which many people were saying, and I noticed from some YouTubers when they was doing analysis videos in the past trailers, that some people was calling this game Legend of Zelda Nuts and Bolts. Because if you don't know, Banjo and Kazooie had a game for the Xbox 360 where you was able to pretty much customize, create your own type of vehicles using nuts and bolts and stuff. And it seemed like we kind of like got that vibe here with Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, because you have the ability to pretty much craft whatever type of invention that's possible by taking objects, putting them together. Because they showed off a demonstration, which, you know, I'm pretty much getting ahead of myself, where you could actually create a pretty much a raft or a boat, and you could take the jet turbine, which they just got jet turbines just laying around in these, you know, ancient areas, and you're able to put together logs, and then you better put these turbines, these wind turbines, on the logs, and then it can be able to set you across the river. I think that's pretty neat, and I know that's going to open up possibilities with the things you can possibly do. Now, the thing I was hoping was they was going to somehow, get rid of the weapon durability, and after seeing what they have shown off here, that weapons in fact still break. So I know there's some people that's going to still, is going to be bothered by that. And the thing is, like I said, I was really indifferent to it. It really didn't matter if they added it or took it away. I would like them to take it away, but it didn't really ruin my experience in Breath of the Wild for having the weapon, durability type of mechanics. And well, they have to keep it in this one is because of the whole weapon creation now. Because you could be able to combine certain objects together. You can take a stick, and then you can put a stone or a rock on the stick to make the stick much more powerful. Or you can take a pitchfork and a stick and combine it together to create more long range type of weapons in order for you to attack your enemies. So I know that there's going to be a lot of Breath of the Wild fans, Zelda fans, that's going to find this pretty interesting. Also, with your arrows, you can take resources that monsters drop, and you can add it to your weapons. You can freeze your enemies, put them on fire. So there's a lot of things that you can do. And then also Link had this ability called Ascend, and I think this mechanic is pretty much to alleviate the long-winded climbing mechanic, to where what Ascend does is if there's a ceiling that has an extra layer above it, you can now ascend through the ceiling to get to the top instead of trying to spin, and figure out ways to try to climb it. And so that makes traversal a bit faster for those who didn't really like the long-winded type of climbing and stamina mechanics and everything. But you can't really abuse it. Like I said, it needs a ceiling and it needs an extra layer above it in order for you to make that traversal. And then also they have this time travel or time rewind type of ability. So in order for Link to reach the sky, they showed this one part where the stone had fell and hit the ground, and then you find this object, and then you use it, and it rewinds time to where before it fell, and you use it as an elevator to reach the sky and everything, which I'm going to admit is pretty cool. But as I said before, it looks pretty much, after if you move all that aside, it's pretty much getting much of the same that we had gotten from Breath of the Wild. Now we do have a bit of new enemies that they have shown off, which you have seen as you traverse up into the landmass, up into the sky. So they have some type of ancient type of monsters up there as well. But as I said before, it looked pretty much what we've seen in Breath of the Wild. They just added some new more, I guess you say, like I said, bells and whistles and mechanics to it. I don't think there's going to be a drastic change to it. What I do find neat is how seamless that you can travel from the sky to the lower levels, which is the land itself, which I think is pretty cool. A lot of people thought there was going to be some type of massive loading segment to it, or some type of sequence to load all this, but no, you can actually go into the sky, you can dive, and you can be able to control that. But other than that, when it comes to the demonstration, it was quite boring. Same type of combat, you just can do like a little bit more things to it and everything. Again, my biggest pet peeve too about Breath of the Wild was there really wasn't no music in the game. They more so focused on the wild and the environment itself. So I know Zelda games and Nintendo, when they make themes to games, they really stay loyal to those themes. So I understand that. So as far as that's concerned, I don't know, man. I think they should have just presented it a bit differently, but I understand what they were trying to accomplish to try to get people to understand. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is the only gameplay reveal that we're going to get. It seems like they're trying to keep everything close to their chest as far as their reveals are concerned, but I'm really not hopeful when it comes to expecting a lot of new changes or a lot of new additions to this game. To me, I just think we're going to just get a bit of what we got in Breath of the Wild with some things, added here and there. And I think that's a bummer for someone like me who really didn't, enjoy Breath of the Wild as much as everybody else have enjoyed with Breath of the Wild. So that's kind of a shame, but We just want to wait and see. I want to be proven wrong. It's not like I don't want to, it's not like I don't want to be proven wrong at all. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be able to step into this game and be totally blown away, totally shocked. But at this point, I'm not counting down to the release of this game, because most Zelda games, and all Zelda games, I always have a countdown. Like in my room, I'm always looking at the calendars, counting down, saying, man, I can't wait for this Zelda title. But with this game, it's like, all right, yeah, well, I'm gonna get it when it come out, and that's it. And I don't be counting down, or I'm not looking up information, or I'm not speculating, I'm not theory crafting or anything like that. It's just like, I'll get it when it comes out, But that pretty much wraps up this video. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about the new reveal gameplay to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? Do you think this is the final gameplay that we're going to see, or do you think we're going to at least get one more trailer or something like that? Definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment sections below. What do you think about the whole weapon creation, or the crafting and putting together, customizing resources? What do you think about that? And what do you think about the whole sky mechanics, how seamless it is from the sky to the ground? And do you think this is just going to be as far as the game is concerned, do you think it's just going to be, we will be getting just the same thing, just with some additions to it? So definitely hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Once again, hit the notification bell, because it definitely helps me out here on this YouTube channel. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you Game Fiends later. Peace out.